Here you go, Kojo. Enjoy. She always writes cute things here. Enjoy your drink.
But must they write the name?
Yeah.
Why?
That's the Starbucks like
Signature.
signature. Yeah. Don't be on our
You own more here. And you're always letting us go to Dubai Mall. Every day we'll come here.
You and who?
This is your traditional mall.
My
Your biological mall.
Dubai Mall is
In
my
300
home.
meters,
No wonder it
use
makes
the
sense
right
now.
2 lanes to turn right.
Like, you don't get how it makes sense to me now. Because the first time we came here, I'm like,
Why Munebaha?
which people? You know, I was asking that question.
Yeah.
But now,
You
I
understand?
know that you have to be doing. This is the mall that was made for you.
Everybody's watching us, so baby. We can go through here. Yeah, now your car, you feel. Yeah, I show your car. No? Wondering who are these people? This place is disabled.
You see me inside this photo?
Try it. How does it taste?
It's very nice, bro. Yeah, this one for you.
Thank you.
How much is it?
This one? 7.
This is for pack.
Yes.
For 7. But I give you discount for 60.
You have to reduce it.
I'll give you 50.
Bro.
I was giving you 40.
Yeah, you give me 50 and she will give me the okay. How many balls was 10?
This one.
So now you smell the perfume now.
This one not buy, this one gift for boss. She was on your boy. Come on, give you.
Thank you.
Go for me a persuasive.
You want a blue suit? It's very nice.
Okay, right?
It's solid. And it has a shiny feel. Do you have a white shirt at home?
For the suit, you have this offer. If you need more color, for two suit 1200, three suit 1500.
So one is what?
700 if
That means you're already taking 200 of it.
you take two, it will be 600 for each one. You would save 200.
That's small.
You give me two for. Well, for two, this is limited offer now. For three, 1500. And it will be 500 for each one. Save 200 from each.
2,000.
2000?
2 for 1,000 there.
No, well, for two, 1200.
Okay, 1,100. I came to buy green one from here.
I remember the green one.
You remember it?
Yeah. Also, take shirt like this with it.
You know, before I wasn't coming to baby shops, and now I almost always come.
See the prices of these things. 30 dirham, 20, and you let us go and buy that thing from Dubai Marina Mall. That was costing us 200 dirham for baby shirt and
That was crazy. That place was crazy. This is a top piece.
baby shirt. I ended up spending about $600.
Yeah. Just baby up and sleepwear. Like, it was crazy. That place was crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
What is for your baby?
I want to buy this, but I don't like the color of the leggings.
But she has something like that.
Like Dubai rooms are so huge. Like I don't even know what to do with the room. But
Speed trap reported ahead.
that's it. The roads are huge. You'll show the road. How many lanes?
1.5
8
kilometers.
lanes. 8 by 8.
Use
But
then stay to the left.
you are being monitored.
It's crazy.
Today we're having fried rice for dinner. So this is my prawns. I've sauteed it a bit, and my fried meat, carrots, bell pepper, onions, spring onions, and then the rice, cooked rice. So let's get into it and see what we're gonna make. So as you can see, the food is done and ready, and now we feast. This is Miss Abba's special fried rice. If you want the recipe, comment below. I'll give you the recipe.
The gold and the Euro JPY trade.
In drawing trend line, you want to really look into the whole space of the market, and then first thing you want to do is identify the inception of that trend, right? So what do I mean by inception of that trend? Now, if you take a brief look at this, you can see that it started from here, came all the way down, hit this point, and then started going all the way up. Now, by just a brief look at this, where can we identify as the inception of the trend? This very place here, right? Now, after I hit this point, we can see that it started coming all the way down again, right? Now, with this down again, where can we identify as the inception of the trend? Obviously, this very last high here. So in trend line drawing, you want to make sure that you zoom out on your chart and then see that inception before you start even drawing the trend line, right? Now, with such an example like this, right, we're going to in fact dig deep into what I call the inner trend line and then the outer trend line, which is something new that I know most people have not even heard of about, right? Now, let me explain this to you graphically before we talk about it in a practical perspective. So graphically, what I mean is that, yes, we could have the market form a low, it creates a high, come back to form a low, create a new high. So already we have like, some line established in the market, right? And then it can come back to form this low, and then on its way high, instead of going all the way up straight like that, it can form, some trend in between. So here we have like some points going on here, right? And then it can also serve as what we call the inner trend line, where an opportunity can also be found within this range before the market eventually breaks here. Now, what you're going to learn is that when the market breaks the inner trend line, then we know that it is approaching the outer trend line, which is that bigger space here before a likely push on the upside.
So guys, with what he explained in the course, I'm currently on US oil and trying to find a trend line. And as he said earlier, before you start drawing a trend line, you have to look at the inception of the trend. Now, as you can see from here, we are currently in an uptrend when it comes to oil, and we can clearly note that this point right here is the inception of the uptrend, because previously we were on a downtrend for quite a while here, but from here we started moving upwards, therefore we are in an uptrend. So at this point, as our inception, we start to draw our trend line, and from here to here, as he explained, a line is drawn between 2 points, so this is a point. But when we continue going upwards, even with here currently, we can see that this would have been a perfect trend line, having here as our point A, here as our point B, and here as our point C, as you can see. So you can see that we started from here, tapped on our trend line, moved all the way back up again, tapped on our trend line here again as our third point, and then continued on the upside. So even from here, we can see that we have identified our first trend line right here. Now moving on, when we extend our trend line, we can see that our point C now becomes our point B, as he explained, and then the next point becomes our point C. And from here again, you can tell that we move from point A all the way to the upside, tapped here briefly to the upside, and then tapped here again, and then retraced upward. Again, he explained that once you have moved from a particular trend line and you go on to extend it, your point C becomes your point B, and would anticipate that once market taps here, we retrace back upward. Whilst we have not got there yet, I can also identify an inner trend line somewhere here. So with here being a point A, you can see that tapped here and tapped here. So we now have for our inner trend line, here being point A, here being our point B, and here being our point C. Now let me zoom in so that we can clearly see that markets did actually respect the trend line. So we can see clearly from here that as the market moved upwards, tapped on our trend line, upwards again, tapped on our trend line, but we can see that our inner trend line has been broken right here. And according to what he explained, if the market breaks our inner trend line, we are expecting that to pull back down to our outer trend line. Although I think this is a bit far, but let's just see see how it plays out in the coming week. As we can see, we've been able to identify some pretty good potential right here, because if we had taken this trade, of course, with other confirmations, so using this trend line concept, we could have found a possible entry right here, putting our stop loss just beneath the wick. We could have found another entry here, putting our stop loss also beneath the wick, and then extending all the way up here. And then again, we could have found our last entry right here with our stop loss as always beneath the wick. Now this would have been the possible trades we could have found for our inner trend line, but looking at our outer trend line, we could have found a possible entry right here, our stop loss beneath the wick, and take profit somewhere here. Now remember that we found an initial entry with the trend line right here even before, so from here too we could have got a possible entry here, put our stop loss as always beneath the wick, and then I'll take profit somewhere here. For the sake of illustration, I'm going to draw another trend line right here. Then we found a third entry right here, put your stop loss always beneath the wick, and then I'll take profit somewhere here, anywhere here. I mean, if you're trying to be very aggressive on the market, you could have possibly been in this trade for this long before a reversal comes in. Now we can clearly see from this chart that using KOJOFOREX trend line strategy alone, we were able to find not one, not two, not three, but 6 different setups on US oil only, and we found it through the outer trend line and the inner trend line as well. So guys, as you can see, the trend line strategy video from the KOJOFOREX Go strategy course is actually a very good one, because we were able to catch a lot of trades just on US oil by using that strategy. I hope you learned something out of it just as I did, and if you like this video, smash the like button, subscribe to this channel, and turn on bell notifications to get notified whenever I post, and also click the link in the description below to join the KOJOFOREX Telegram community. And also, if you like this course and you'd like to purchase it, click the link in the description below to purchase the KOJOFOREX Go strategy and learn along with me. Follow me on all social media at Miss Ababu, and smash the like button, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.